Hey everyone, we got a lot going on in my kitchen today. We're going to start with, I'm putting up the dishes in the background here. But I have a pound of ground beef in here that I got started. I just put the ground beef in there, nothing else. And I'm starting to brown it up. Today's objective is to get some chili done, all right? And so we're gonna start with a pound of ground beef. And I want this crumbled up real good. So. Here we go. Put that right there. Put that right there. We're going to keep this going. Let me get that down in there. We're going to keep this going. And what I want is I want all of that to reduce down and for the meat to start getting browned up. Because that's just going to add flavor. And while that's happening, I am going to bring you back when it gets to that point, but I'm also going to be emptying out my dishwasher and getting it ready. Okay, I'll be back. All right, so now we've got the beef browned, okay, and there's very little of the juice left in there. You can see there's very little left in there. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in, remember those peppers that I told you that I got from my garden and the ones from the food bank? I am going to put plenty of them in there because we are making a vegetable, we're making chili, and I like a lot of vegetables in my chili. We're also going to add in flavored onions. There we go. Now I haven't added any seasonings in here yet. And the reason is because I have a seasoning packet for chili. And that's what I'm going to use in here. Is some the seasonings from the chili. And so I don't want to add, I do not want to add more salt than needed in here. Then we get the onions and the bell peppers put away. We are going to let this saute until the onions are translucent and the vegetables are starting to get soft, and then I'll bring you back for the rest of the menu of the recipe. All right, we are back, and the vegetables have softened up and released their moisture, and now it's cooked down and you can see that the moisture is gone. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add 2 ingredients that are not on the back of the package. All right, and the reason is because this is the way I like it. I am going to add 1 can of pinto beans, and let me tell you why. One of the things that I am trying to do is increase my fiber intake. And I have plenty of beans, people. All right, so we're going to add beans in to my chili. And that's one thing I have plenty of is beans. So we're going to add it in there. We're going to add in a can of tomato sauce, which I have plenty of from the food bank. So we're going to add it in there. It called for 2 cups on the can, 2 cups of tomato sauce, which is 1 can, by the way. All right, so now we got that in there. And here's where the seasonings come in, all right? Now we're going to add in this packet of seasoning that I got from the food bank several weeks back. And we're going to add that in there. And so it doesn't say it's a hot one, so that's a good one, okay? That's good. So we're going to add that in there. And we're going to let this simmer. Look how the color changed in that just by adding in this packet of chili mix. So this is going to be very, very hearty, and it will help warm me up today. I put out a notification in my community tab this morning with me conversating with myself about getting a shower this morning. I'm going to turn this down, and I wanted a slow simmer. And I don't want to reduce it, so I'm going to put the lid on this, and we're going to let this just simmer without it reducing too much for about, I'm going to say maybe 15-20 minutes. I'm going to let it go just so that the flavors can kind of combine. All right. And oh, I was talking about the post I put out on my community page. I'm already getting comments on it. All right, so those of you that have been around for a while, you guys know that I don't put heat on at night when it's cold, all right? And the reason is because I have space heaters. They're not safe. If I'm not awake and moving around my house and checking these space heaters, they're not on, all right? And so, this morning I got up and I was like, okay, you need to go take a shower and wash your hair and do all that stuff. It's the day for you to wash your hair. And it was cold in this house. So I got the heaters going, and then I started talking to myself. Think about how it's going to feel when you get into the shower and that hot water hits you. Think about how it's going to feel when you're blow drying your hair and you're warming yourself up with that, okay? Self-talk is so important to me, it is, okay? I don't know about everyone else, but to me it is. Because it is the motivation. Sometimes I will self-talk and say, oh, you like that song, and I'll be dancing through my house like nobody's watching, because nobody is watching, okay? And those are exercises that I do throughout the day that uplift me and I enjoy doing. All right. So that is me today. I am high-spirited today, in a good mood. I got my chili going. I did have me a breakfast sandwich this morning because I'm not wasting those. Those are packed full of protein. Yeah, they have 2 pieces of bread on them, but they're packed full of protein. They have the cheese and they have the egg, okay? So I'm good, all right? As long as that's the only bread I have all day, I'm good, all right? All right, guys. I'll bring you back in about 15 minutes after this has been simmering for a good 15 minutes or so. I'll bring you back. And here we go. The chili is done. Isn't that a beautiful sight? And really good and hearty for you. Meet me over at the table and let's sit down and have a little food and conversation. All right, let's sit down and enjoy a meal together. All right, so this is the chili, and I put a little dollop of sour cream, some cheddar cheese in there. I have over here a little bit of the coleslaw that I made and about 6 crackers for myself to go with the chili. But I wanted you to see what I put in it, and now I'm going to show you what I do with it. You do it your way, I do it my way. I mix it all up together. All right. I like my chili mixed up together, just like this. I want a little bite of everything. Now, I absolutely love these bowls, by the way. It's linked down in my description, these bowls, and you get a discount as well. I think it's a 10% discount if you purchase them through my link down below. So feel free to go down there and click that link if you're interested in these bowls. These are called soup salad bowls, but I have used them for salads. I've used them for soups. I have served me a full meal on them. I absolutely love them. They're wonderful. And so the only thing I haven't done is I haven't baked something in them. They did say you can bake in them. So I put them in the microwave. Like I said, the only thing I haven't done is baked with them. Let's get in here and let's try this chili. Oh, this chili is so good. And it's packed with protein, with vegetables. And the beans add the fiber to it. So good. Let's try this coleslaw that I made. I think I made it yesterday or the day before. Basically what I did was I just took the cabbage that I got from the food bank and just put a little bit of mayonnaise on it, just enough to coat it. I can eat cabbage just like that. Just shred it and eat it just like that. For me, it really doesn't need anything because I like the taste of cabbage just like it is. And then to drink my last half cup of coffee. That's going to do it for my video today. I'm back in the swing of things. I'm rethinking my pantry. And I'm adjusting as I go. You guys be blessed, because I know I am.